YouTubers, my name is Amber and welcome to Wear It or Waitlist It Wednesday. Today I am so excited to share with you my product because I found the drugstore dupe for WEN. I know, epic, life-changing, angels are singing, my finances are saying, thank you, because you have to try this product. It is the Pantene ProV cleansing conditioner with sweet almond oil. Yeah, like I said, if you are unfamiliar with the WEN cleansing conditioner line, it's a fabulous, fabulous company. I love Chaz Dean. I love all his products. I have tried every single scent from WEN, including all of the seasonal scents, and I have tried all of his styling products. This performs on point with what I had with WEN. Right now, you're not seeing freshly washed hair on me. I'm actually on day 4. I know. Let me explain in just a minute. But this keeps up. So if you are a longtime WEN user, drugstore prices, you cannot go wrong. For anybody that is new to the cleansing conditioner revolution, these are a heavier product. They are not traditional shampoos. There is enough lather in WEN or a product like this, the Pantene ProV, because they do have to get styling products out of your hair. Again, with the WEN line, in addition to his cleansing conditioners, he has a line of oil treatments you can use on your hair. He's got a pomade, styling cream, a mousse, a volumizing spray, and his cleansing conditioners have to be tough enough to get the residue of those products out of your hair. This is up to snuff with that as well. Now, my hair looks a little bit dry because I did touch it up with dry shampoo. The dry shampoo that I found that works best with a product like this is something like the Herbal Essences Naked Dry Shampoo. It has 0 parabens in it. I don't like that this is a little bit drying on my scalp. I mean, you can see it is a little bit drying, but this washes out well with the Pantene ProV. Now, something like WEN is very expensive. It's a lot of money up front, but in the long run, it actually ends up saving you money because you're training yourself to not wash your hair as often. Because even if you use a more gentle cleanser like this, you're still stripping your hair every time you get in the shower and you're using hard water on it, hot water. You know, it's not enough just to get rid of the styling products and the heat. You know, water strips our hair, you know, just as much as those things. So it's just something to be mindful of. This bottle, it has 16.9 ounces and I paid about $10 for it. Whereas WEN, to get a 32-ounce bottle, I paid about $60, which I know, gouge, it's a little expensive, but the 32-ounce bottle for me lasted me months and months and months because I kid you not, I only had to wash my hair once a week. I know. It's not gross. It's just, you have to train your hair to get to that point. Maybe I should do a whole entire video on how I trained my hair to where it doesn't produce as much oil because that's a lot of it. Like if you're complaining of scalp issues and excess oil and dry ends, a lot of that is because you're washing your hair too much. Yeah, I'll do a separate video. As far as this is concerned, the scent of this is not light and fresh. It is heavy. I personally don't mind that, but if you're into light, fresh, and floral, this is not the product for you. I'm usually really good about picking out scents. I can smell the sweet almond oil in this. My WEN flavor of choice was tea tree, which I know tea tree oil it's an acquired taste. You either like it or you don't. The sweet almond mint sweet almond oil is very pleasant in this. It's not old lady smelling. It does smell very clean, even though it is heavier. And the way that I use this, I use it exactly the same way I use WEN. So, if you are currently using WEN, or if you're new to this and you kind of want to do what I do, as you can see, my hair is a little bit past my shoulders. I take 20 pumps of this. It's going to seem like a lot, but to preface this, When you use a cleansing conditioner and you come out of the shower and your hair dries and your scalp feels greasy, it means you haven't used enough of this. I know, it takes some getting used to. That's one thing I wish that they would advertise with the cleansing conditioners, not just WEN or Pantene ProV. There are other drugstore alternatives, but they need to admit that there's a learning curve to using these products. It's going to take you a few weeks, if not a few months, to figure out what's going to work for you, because seasons change, hormones change your hair, the products that you're using in your hair tend to change because we get bored with stuff. So you're going to have to figure out what works for you. It did take me months, okay, I'll be honest, years with the WEN to figure out my rhythm, because about the time I would figure out what worked for me, I would decide to do drastic things to my hair, like cut it short. That changes the amount that you need to cleanse. Or I would decide to dye it or highlight it. That drastically changes the amount that you need to cleanse. So what I'm going to suggest to you is what works for me. It may not work for you, or you kind of adjust it to what's going to work for you, more or less. Shorter hair, you're obviously not going to need it as much, but I take 20 pumps of this, take it in my hands, and basically 20 pumps is going to cover the palm of my hand. Remember, you're not using two separate products. You're going to use a whole lot of this stuff. And what I do is I run it through my hands like this, and before I go through my hair, I touch it on the ends and twist it into my dirty hair like this. You want to get that product really deeply inside those ends. And then I take what's left onto my fingertips, the pads, not my nails. I take it onto the pads of my fingernails and I massage it into my scalp to release the buildup of products like my hair gel, my dry shampoo, if I've hit it with a curl revitalizer, any of that. Like right now, my hair has nothing in it but dry shampoo and the pump that I use of the cleansing conditioner. I didn't gel it or anything because I wanted to see how it was going to perform. So my next weirder waitlist, and I'm going to show you guys how I feel about this Diva Curl diffuser, because I liked the way it performed last time, but I want to see if it's going to give me some lasting results. So stay tuned next week for this. But as far as my shower, when I massage it into my scalp, I go until my scalp is nice and warm from all the massaging, because you're loosening those particles, you're loosening up that dead hair, because for curly girls, we don't shed like we do when you straighten your hair. When you have curly hair, it gathers in the bottom of your hair instead of just falling out. So your hair will look really voluminous, but that's why we get that pyramid effect, because all the hair is gathering at the bottom. So you want to make sure that you let this conditioner set in while you exfoliate, wash your face, wash your body, shave, whatever else you do in your shower. You don't want to just try to get it out right away. And you can even use this tip with whatever your conditioner currently is. But let it sit in your hair. Typically, I do more than 3 to 5 minutes because my hair is very coarse and dry. But at the end of the shower, I go through and I finger comb my hair. For curly hair, that's one of the reasons I cut my hair, is because it was getting so beyond time consuming. But when you finger comb your hair for curly girls, you're going to want to separate your hair like this, because you know how our hair breaks and tears in the shower because it is so like tangly and knotty. It's going to be a lot easier if you go through with the conditioner in your hair and just separate out those strands, and then when you're done, you can run your fingers through like this and start combing it out. When I rinse it completely out of my hair, and then I go through with one pump as a leave-in. And again, I take it into my hair and I twist it through, because you want to make sure the product is very, very intensely in your hair. And then I go back through just with what's left, and I bring my hair up like this to get my roots and my crown. Now, that's another tip that you can use with conditioner, because one of the chief complaints of companies like WEN, heavier conditioners, is that people say they weigh my hair down. My scalp feels gross. I don't like the way it's producing all this extra oil in my hair. And they blame it on the product, and it's really just in the way that you're applying it. When you take the excess of what's on the pads of your fingertips and bring it up, you are dispersing much less of the product. You do not want to slather a product like this on top of your hair because it's going to look gross. There's just no getting around it. It's going to look gross. So just do the ends, and then I go on, or not the ends, but go through and just use what's left and kind of bring your hair out from your crown. It will give you some natural volume without having to use so many products outside of your shower. Because that's the other thing. Using a cleansing conditioner like this is going to help you start, eliminating a lot of your extra serums and lotions and potions that you've had to use on your hair. I'm still in the process of figuring out what's going to work for me. The 20 pumps has been great. I love this. I've been very pleased with it. But like I said, I'm still trying to figure out my styling product routine and mousses and things like that, because my hair's been in a weird place with this severe weather stuff. Like going from, 80 degrees down to 40 and 60. Like, my hair just does not do well with this winter. Maybe you're in the same boat I am, but give this a shot. This is the Pantene ProV cleansing conditioner with the sweet almond oil. This is must. And if you are a WEN user, you're gonna love this. Absolutely love this, and it's drugstore prices. So stay tuned next week, because I'm gonna talk about the Diva Curl Diva Diffuser, because I'm gonna try it again with all of my hair products. The last time I did this, I had a lot of success, and my curls lasted for like 4 days. I know, epic life-changing there too, because curly girls, we get a hot mess of hair when we sleep on it. So, but when I used this last time, it was phenomenal. So I want to make sure that the results are my styling products in addition to this. Otherwise, I probably need to go back to the drawing board with my gel and stuff, because this is awesome. Now, as far as cleansing conditioners, that's the other thing I wanted to address too. You don't have to worry about your hair getting immune to something like this, because if you start training your hair, and I'll talk about that in a separate video, if you start training your hair to not wash it as often, you're going to notice that you don't need to change out your product all the time, because you're not going to use it, 3 times a week or more, So, okay, a whole nother video. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I will see you in the next few days with my Project Pan updates. So, hope you guys have a phenomenal week, and I will see you next time. Bye.